Okay, welcome back.
To the half-hour show.
Nice.
Yeah. Falsetto.
Again, original music by Rennie Cornish. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rennie.
I think before we start, we just have to say that we need to apologize for what happened with the audio thing with the last episode, the American Pie episode. It's been fixed. You can find it on Spotify and on YouTube as well. So you can find the new versions. It sounds great now. And yeah, we just apologize for that. Make sure you watch it because it was an episode that we had a lot of fun making, right?
Yeah, indeed. One of the better ones, I guess.
Yep. So today we're talking about dating.
Yes. Then and now, right?
Well, yeah, because I haven't, even though I'm single, I haven't dated in a while, and you obviously
I
haven't
got
dated
married
in
7
a
years
long
ago.
time.
So
Yeah.
wait, is it 8? I'm gonna get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, I love you, baby.
So yeah, remember back in the old days where there was no Facebook, no Instagram, no nothing, and you just kind of had to.
Yeah, there was 2 ways to meet people. Either
Right.
through someone else, someone, this is my friend, blah, 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 and they hook you up or whatever. Or it was just going to bars and clubs and stuff and just meeting someone randomly. Or the third one was like meeting someone randomly, but in like maybe not so nightclubby situations, more like a hobby or something like that.
Like just going out for a walk in the park and meeting someone. Do you think that social media has just made it just so much more difficult to do that? Like to go out in a normal situation and approach a girl and say, hey, how's it going? Can I have your number?
Yeah, definitely so. I think now it's either you're already in or you're not getting in, like to that situation where you can just say like, oh, hi, my name's... Again, it depends on the hotness factor, right? Because if you're like
But
fucking Brad Pitt, you're good. You can walk up to anyone and just be like,
well,
hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah.
There's something about, I don't know about, guys, but this works. Really attractive girls are not used to being asked out on dates.
Approached?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
So there's a whole bunch of maybe douchey guys that maybe just want to bang them.
Mm-hmm.
But no one really goes up to them and, is nice to them and just asks them out on a date because they're all scared of rejection.
Yeah, no, I can get that. I don't know how true that is. I get the theory, but still, I don't think it's completely true, though.
Okay.
I mean, you're going to get approached either way, and you're going to have to learn how to say no and yes when you want to.
Yeah.
And another...
But then again, I mean, is it that hard to go out with someone for a cup of coffee?
No,
like,
not
it just
at all.
doesn't like it. There's no more social interactions anymore. Kind of like that. It's either like, oh yeah, I'm gonna date such and such because I saw her on social media and she looks like a nice girl, or she's attractive on her Instagram, so I'm gonna go out with her. And that didn't happen before. You couldn't get like a full dossier on someone, and
Yeah, no. Back in the day, it happened to me. I walked up to a girl before I even opened my mouth. She's like, "Nope." I'm like,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
That's the harshest no I ever got. I didn't even open my mouth, man. I was literally just like, "Nope." It's like, okay, 180 degrees and just walked right out.
Stopped dead in your tracks.
Yeah, it was really, really soul crushing. And I think that's why social, all this dating apps and all this stuff are so popular, is because it takes that out of the equation. But it brings a lot of bad things as well, in my opinion.
I think that's the definition of a hard no.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, nope. And it was a nope. It was not even like no or don't even no. It was like, nope. Just like that.
And even the fact that you had to talk to someone, or maybe you had to be on the phone. Because, I mean, now everyone's texting. I don't think people even talk on the phone, even though people have cell phones. They don't even talk.
That's
it's just
true.
like, and they don't just text. They text like acronyms.
Yeah,
like,
and emojis.
It's not
and
even
shit.
real words nowadays. Before, you had to get your hands on one of these bad boys and fucking call her.
Oh man, remember when you had to call the house?
Yeah, and you had to make sure, that the dad wasn't going to pick up the phone, and it was like...
And when he did, you had to be all respectful, like, oh, hello, Mr. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah there.
But they still didn't like that,
No.
They put on their, like, jealous dad persona
Oh, yeah,
thing.
like, I have a shotgun. Yeah. it's just so different now. And I didn't even get to that, like to use the dating apps. Like for me, it was already.
Yeah, because they didn't exist.
Yeah, no, I was already like not married, but I was already like in a relationship and then on the way, right?
Yeah.
So to hear all my friends talking about like the dating apps and how it's so hard to actually date someone. There's a lot of hookups.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but like finding someone to date, it's quite harder than it looks. Yeah, through dating apps.
I've kind of tried them. I don't think they work that much.
But there's still some success stories, you know. There's one of our friends who got married to someone he dated.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, in anything, there's two sides to every story, right? But I think relationships in general have started to like deteriorate a little bit.
Yeah, they're kind of just. I'm not going to say falling apart, but they're not happening as much as they were before.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you.
And like one-on-one dating, even if you go out with someone one-on-one, there's still a whole bunch of distractions that weren't around. You know, like everyone's on their phone. Like I've been to many restaurants and you see people dating one-on-one.
They're just on their phone.
And they're just on their phones. They're just going like, oh, even when they're in groups. I mean, you can look at a table at a particular moment and everybody at the table is on their phone.
Yeah. And I want to be clear with our viewers. This is just our opinion and what we're seeing right now. We might be so fucking wrong. Maybe studies have proven us wrong or whatever. I'm just saying that that's how it feels like to me.
Well, first of all, if you're watching this podcast, I think you found out by now that we're not exactly experts.
Yeah, on anything.
Yeah.
Maybe masturbation. But besides that, no. That was back in the day. No more, guys.
A couple weeks ago.
Back in the day, Monday.
Did you miss anything?
About masturbation? I mean, nah, I'm kidding. No, well, for me, it didn't really happen to me. But I think what I miss the most is not talking about dating, but just in general, like sitting on a table with friends and just like. But I've done it as well. I'm not blaming society or whatever. I'm part of that problem.
Yeah.
Where you're like having dinner with friends and you know, couples double dating or whatever, and people are on their phone and it's like, come on guys, let's start this conversation going. Let's have a good time. And with people on their phone, it makes it harder.
So I think before it was just a bit more formal. Like plans were made ahead of time, and it was usually a more, just a more formal way. Like now, I think dates are even set up through a friend, and you never even talk to someone, and it's like, oh, okay, I'll meet you there at like 9:30, and that's it.
I can see that.
And then before, it was like, first of all, you needed one of these. Again, you had to call. You had to pray that her dad didn't pick up the phone. Not only that, but that your siblings weren't eavesdropping on some other phone in your house going like, oh,
get off the phone.
Yeah,
of course.
Did you ever eavesdrop on any of your family members?
I was the smallest child. Of course I did. My sister hated me for that, I think.
And was there like a technique? Because you kind of had to do it really slowly so they wouldn't really hear it.
No. So what you had to do was,
and then you had to cover up the.
Yeah, what you had to do was do it like as if it was a mistake, like you were gonna call someone. I was like, oh, sorry. And then you don't hang up, and you're like,
Would you do something like, oh, I'm sorry, and then just do like a...
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know that. Wow. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good technique. And, going back to this, now it's just like a text like, okay, see you there, and that's it. Mm-hmm. It's not like... Even ringing the doorbell is gone now. Like a lot of people will get...
Oh, yeah, like just
they'll
a text
show up
like,
and be like,
here.
I'm outside.
Yeah. True. I have daughters, right? So if a guy if he doesn't even fucking ring, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like, you fucking get out of your car and you ring the doorbell and at least say hi.
Yeah.
Did you have any awkward like phone calls back in the day?
Fuck yeah. Like it was not there were several awkward phone calls.
Yeah.
One was I only knew the nickname. So
a girl's nickname?
Yeah.
So
the nickname was
the
nickname was her last name.
Uh-huh.
Abbreviated kind of.
Okay.
So
okay.
it's like, is blonde, it's so and so there, and it's like, which one? We're
Yeah,
all,
that's kind of everyone's last name around
yeah,
here.
and it's like, oh fuck,
Deet, 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 deet,
yeah,
deet.
just that was that one, and then oh man, I was such a loser.
Did you
That
call
was-
back though?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did you figure it out? But how did you do it so they
So I
didn't
had to
think
call.
it was you?
Oh, I just waited.
Did you just give it like half
waited,
an hour
yeah.
and just like,
Changed my voice.
hello, sir?
Hello, governor. Oh, how about you? Did you have any awkward phone calls?
Not really. You know, I didn't really date until I was a little bit older. And like, funny enough, a lot of people asked me for like advice on that when I was really young. And I was like, you know, I have no idea what I'm about to tell you. But yeah, I'll give you my advice. But no, I really don't think I had like, any like angry, jealous dads.
I mean, not really over jealous or anything. One of them was just kind of a dick, really. But I mean, he could be nice. It's not like I'm gonna rape your daughter or anything. I'm not going. Yeah, no,
You just want a banger.
for sure, but not rape.
Consensually.
Consensually.
Always consensually.
Written consent.
Underwritten consent.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you think that's kind of like a thing that happens to all dads? Like they're just going like, oh shit, like I don't want to be a dick, but I can't be welcoming to this either.
I'm sure it does, and I'm sure it's gonna happen to me. But that guy was a dick to everyone and everyone in his life.
Right.
But yeah, I'm sure jealousy comes part of it, and you just see the little fucking kid, and it's like, you're not worthy for my daughter, you little piece of shit. Fuck you.
Yeah, he's probably just one of those people they're just like plain general assholes all the time.
Yeah, fucking with their little dicks and shit, all little and shit.
Did you just say fucking with their little dicks and shit, all little and shit?
Yeah.
I don't think I've.
You know what's the easiest way of becoming a feminist?
What?
Having daughters, man.
Yeah.
That turns into a feminist real quick.
Well, I can't say I know how that feels like. So
Yeah, but when you're a kid, you're stupid as hell,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're a loser, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember with this girl.
is this the same one?
No,
Wait,
this is another girl.
did
So-
you tell that girl what happened at all?
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
after
I was
you were
like-
like, dude, I'm so sorry. I you know.
Yeah, but it was fine.
Yeah, it was just funny.
Yeah, it
I
was
guess.
funny because we just met, so like, it's fine.
Okay.
But with another girl, we were not even dating. We were just kind of like, getting to that point.
Yeah.
But we were such losers, man. We would sing on the phone, like
Jesus,
Stranger Things style, but worse.
Okay.
And a worse song even. I mean,
Do you remember the song?
yeah, it was Andrea Bocelli's, the famous one.
Well, it's not an easy song to sing, first of all. So
it's what's it called?
I'm not.
Yeah, and one of
yeah.
Andrea Bocelli's ones.
Okay.
Living for the Music or some shit like that.
Well, it can't be an easy song to sing.
No, we didn't even sing it well, I imagine. But fuck me, we were losers. Man. Fuck. So yeah, I just hope she's not watching this show. That'd be fucking. Oh my god.
Do you think she is?
I hope she's not. I
Have you
literally hope she doesn't see
I'm not
this
going to ask
episode.
for her name, but is she still someone that you might run into? Perhaps.
Maybe, yeah.
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 Okay.
I mean, she doesn't live in the city anymore, but I could run into her. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Fair enough.
Oh man, I gave too much information there.
I'm not gonna.
Oh, my God.
I'm not trying. I'm not gonna try to figure out.
I'm ashamed of myself. Like, those stories when you just think and you're like,
You're like,
"How
why?
the-
Like,
why was
why?"
such a loser? What? Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, it happened.
Well,
So okay, have you ever gone on a Tinder date,
no. So I almost did.
Grinder date?
No. No. So here's all my Tinder stuff. I guess Tinder had just come out.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. It was like 2014, and I was single, and I was on vacation. Like I was in Greece or something, and I had a day off. So I was doing a little drinking, and I was like, "Fuck it." I went on Tinder, and I matched with this, alleged American girl who was there on an exchange program or whatever. We matched, and then she started saying like, yeah, well, maybe we should do something. I was like, yeah, I'm down for anything. And then she asks me to go to a different chat, and then for like a credit card number, and I was like, fuck me, like no, like I'm not stupid, like
Come on, what are you, a Nigerian prince?
yeah, exactly. I was like, fuck off, blocked her.
Yeah, I know.
Then I recently went back, but I went back on Bumble because
Okay.
I heard that nobody's on Tinder anymore, so I went back on Bumble. And if you don't know what that is, it's pretty much just like Tinder, but if you match, the girl has to contact you first.
Okay.
So you can't text her until she texts you. And I ran into this girl that I'd gone out with once, like I don't know, 10 years ago maybe.
Oh, but
8
you
years
already
ago.
knew her.
I already knew her.
Oh, okay.
And because I'd been on Bumble. Yeah, I hope the story may make sense. So I'd been on Bumble for a few months, and I'd match with girls, but nothing would ever happen, and it's like whatever. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a very strict swiper. Like I'm not going to swipe right unless I genuinely feel like taking that girl out for dinner, going out, and getting
Coffee or whatever.
So I come across this girl, and I'd gone out with her once, like I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, 8 years ago, and I was like, you know what? I'd like to hang out with her. Why not? So I swiped right. A couple of like minutes later, I get like a notification like, oh, you have a match on Bumble, and it was her, and I was like, oh, cool. So we kind of talked, and then we were like, well, so are we gonna meet up? And she's like, yeah, sure.
Please send nudes. No.
Unsolicited pics. No. And she's like, yeah, sure, let's meet up. And then I guess she was traveling that weekend, and I was out the next weekend. Then she was working, I don't know where, and it just kind of didn't happen.
Okay.
But you know what is actually, this is very good for something else. You know what? Never mind. I don't think I want to say that.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Never mind. That's for another episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now everyone's gonna be like, "What?"
Fuck it. No,
Just
no,
say
it's,
that. What?
it's really nothing. So
Okay.
there's one thing that Tinder does work. It helps to break the ice. So
Yeah.
let's
I
say
can see that.
there's someone that you've kind of known and you've had a crush on, but not like you don't want to marry this person or anything. You just kind of want to, hook up or whatever. And it kind of helps to break the ice because if you match, you already know that there's mutual interest.
I mean, but what are the fucking odds that you see a person you know, like on pretty high?
Bigger than you think.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
because you can like
At least
the distance, and if it's in your college, for example, or
especially when it came out, because it came out in, I think, 2013 or 14.
okay,
At least it's when I kind of got to know it. And back then, you ran into so many people that you knew because there were a lot of people that were still single. Not anymore. Like, if you go on Tinder right now or, Bumble, you're not going to know a lot of people because they're all married. So
Yeah, that's true.
They're not on there. And there's actually a couple of married girls that I've seen that are on there. So it's just like, I don't even know if they stole their pictures or if they're trying to
maybe.
Ashley Madison their way around. But no, I'm going to get back to the point. I'm sorry. I'm ranting. But what it works, it breaks the ice. And back in the day, I had a few girls that I kind of matched with. And that kind of put on that green light where it says, she's interested. So I would run into these girls later.
Yeah, and then you
maybe
could
at a
just like
club or
talk a
whatever.
little bit more confidently.
Exactly. And it'd be like, hey.
Yeah, you already kind of said yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it kind of opened the door for that kind of deal. But yeah, I haven't been on an actual date. So how do you think, you know how guys are always asking like, so tell me about her, let me see a picture, see if she's hot. What do you think girls do when they're trying to fix him up with some dude?
Oh, I mean,
Are they worse? Because girls talk a lot more than guys do about a lot of things. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
I
have you
see where you're
have you
going.
ever heard the phrase that all your girlfriend's friends know your dick size?
yeah. It's pretty small, by the way. You gotta reduce those
Well,
expectations.
Yeah, you said it's a 3.5er when it's a 5er, right?
Yeah, exactly. Then when it's a 5er, everyone's like, okay, it's not a 3.5er.
But how do you think girls go about this when they're trying to get fixed up with someone?
I think-
are they going to be super thorough, like more thorough than us guys are?
Oh, for
doing it?
sure. I mean, what do you like? If someone's gonna set you up, I imagine you're only like, okay, is she hot?
You know
Yeah,
what?
No,
I was-
maybe kind of sure. Okay, whatever. And then is she cool? Yeah, cool. That's your. Is she cool? Is she hot? She
Yeah.
does have to be fucking. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what I did recently because I'd been in like a long-term relationship, then that ended, and then I kind of started dating again, and I've been fixed up a couple times. And I never really ask them, like I'll never do the research before I'll say yes. Like I'll say, listen, I trust you. I'm not asking for a supermodel because I know what I look like, and it's like you can't ask for more than you can deliver. You know, you know what I'm
Quid
saying?
pro quo. Quid pro quo.
Exactly. So I didn't do the research before I said yes. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm game. You know, let's do it. Set it up, and then I'll go on Facebook or maybe Instagram and see if her profile isn't private, and you know, if it isn't, then you can get a look at a couple pictures or whatever. Or even like before, I didn't even ask for her last name. So I just knew her first name, and I kind of did a little research on our like mutual friends on Facebook and stuff. And sometimes you can find something, but it's more out of curiosity, not like a prereq for me to go out with them. Do you know what I mean?
I get it. Yeah, you're not screening them like,
Exactly.
Is it a yes or is it a no? You already said yes. You're going to go. You just want to see what you're getting into.
Yeah. And
I
mean,
that.
dating in your mid-30s is a lot different than mid-20s. Like
you're
looking
for
you're looking for company. That's literally what you're looking for. Of course, great looks are great, but you're looking for chemistry.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. I mean, you're
sure.
just skipping through all the bullshit like, is she hot? I mean, if someone was super, super ugly, then yeah, I guess I'd be like, I don't know. I don't know what I would do in that situation, and it sounds horrible, but it's true.
Yeah. And I think girls in general go a little bit deeper into who you are before they say yes. Like, yeah, okay, is he hot or not? Sure, that matters. Then how tall is he? Is he tall or not so tall?
Yeah, that's gotta be a huge
I've heard that one's like a
thing.
huge one because it's like he has to be at least, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches taller than me or whatever.
Right. Yeah, and that's a big deal. It's never been a deal for me because I'm
You're a
kind of
tall
tall,
guy,
but I wasn't tall until I got older. Like I wasn't really tall until I was like 20, like 1 or 2 or whatever. Like from all my like teen years, I was super short.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
And then all of a sudden it was like
Growth spurt.
Yeah.
And then it's like, does he like depending on the age? Does he have a job? Or if you're younger, what is he studying? What does he do? What are his hobbies? And
Yeah.
And you know what they ask a lot?
Podcasters don't rank very high in that, do
not
they?
at all, man. You know what I've heard they ask a lot as well? Exes. Who are the exes? Like if you're like in more or less the
judge
same.
who you are from where you've been.
Yeah, kind of thing.
Kind of makes sense.
If you had like a trophy girlfriend before, then you
Yeah.
don't feel as bad. But if you're going from like shit to them, there might be like, because it's like kind of, never mind. Just erase that.
It sounds
Well,
it's interesting because now I don't want to. I don't want to erase that. Like,
okay.
Yeah, it's weird because they don't want to be. They don't. Oh, shit. How can I say this? I kind of understand where you're coming from.
I think it's a psychological
does it
issue,
mean
like,
that since you've never done as good as me, maybe you don't deserve me. Like
Kinda,
you don't
yeah.
have what it takes to have
Yeah.
someone that looks like me because I look better than everyone else
Yeah.
you've ever
And then-
gone out with.
But then there's the other side where it's like maybe they don't really care about looks.
It's
or
my
whatever.
dad.
Yeah.
I'll just have to call him back.
Okay.
Sorry, Dad. Hope it's not an emergency, but I'll call you back in a few minutes.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, maybe it's that. It's you've never been with someone as attractive as I am. If they, but by the way, if a girl thinks that, fuck them.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally. That's not cool.
Not
Like,
cool, y'all.
Yeah.
Not
don't-
cool.
Don't do that to us.
And I don't think, I mean, unless you're like a fucking supermodel, I don't think you can actually think you're like so attractive that you can't go out with someone. You know?
Right.
Like,
Well, but that happens a lot. Like I was saying a while ago.
but in a
If
setting
you
up
go
scenario,
up,
I'm
like
not,
if you really show up and you really trust yourself and you're confident and you ask a super hot girl and you're polite, the chances that she'll say yes, believe it or not, are super high.
okay.
Like, it's
so
super,
question:
super high
what
that
do you
that
think happens more? A hot guy going out with a not so hot girl, or a
Okay.
not so hot guy going out with a hotter girl than
Okay,
him?
so you're saying who settles easier?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not settling because
well, but
you're
someone
you're
has
only
to,
talking
'cause
about
it's-
physical, you
it's-
know?
yeah, but if
so
you're
it
physically-
might be fucking the funniest guy in the universe. He's like great.
But you know,
It's
have you
just
ever
not
have you
as
ever
hot
heard
as you, but
have you ever
that's-
heard the phrase that nothing? This is gonna sound weird, but nothing breaks in half. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
So it's like
Like I haven't heard it, but okay, I get it.
yeah, it doesn't. It's not going to make a lot of sense. But if you look at two people, like a guy and a girl, or a guy and a guy, or a girl and a girl, whoever wants to date, I don't really care. But let's just say that it's you and some other girl, or myself.
Yeah.
or
There's
some
no
other girl.
way they're both gonna be equally hot.
Exactly.
ever.
There's
Yeah,
no
okay.
way that it's going to be like, hey,
I get
I'm a
that.
7.75, you're a 7 points, and that's amazing. Like it's
Yeah.
someone's always going to look not as good as the other person.
Mm-hmm.
And who do I think settle? I mean, for lack of a better word, let's call it settling.
Okay.
I think girls
Girls
settle the most.
Settle the most.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe.
Because I think girls are more,
Well-rounded in what they're looking for. Like.
yeah, but less. I'm gonna say this in mature girls, because
Okay.
you know, probably like a 17-year-old girl is not gonna be looking
Still
for a
wants a
husband.
quarterback.
You know, yeah, she still wants the varsity quarterback, but maybe you know, late 20s, they're looking for. I mean, emotion is what they're after.
Yeah.
And it's
I can
usually
see
not
that.
going to be triggered by good looks. And you know, if you really look at people like all these guys who are like varsity quarterbacks in high
No,
school,
yeah.
they usually grow and they're all fat and they're fucking like losers and shit. So it's not going to help them in their like late 20s or 30s.
Yeah, I mean that's true. First of all, you can't generalize because it depends on the age, the maturity level, where they're at in life is what they're looking in a guy. And for a guy as well, you know, you're looking for a girl that's, you know, at a certain age, certain maturity point, or doing the same stuff you're kind of into or whatever. And with girls, I think it's even more segmented, you know, like what you're looking for
Yeah.
in a guy. Like, oh, I'm just looking for a guy to have fun, or I'm just looking for a guy, you know, to go out on dates with and go out with my friends. And then it's like, okay, I'm thinking about settling down. What am I looking for in a guy? And then all those things just segment what girls are looking for in guys a little bit more separately than what you're looking for in girls as a guy, I guess. So yeah, before we wrap it up, I just want to make a little disclaimer again. This is two guys' opinion. We don't know what we're talking about, and we actually need a fucking girl's opinion. So please, girls out there, let us know what you think. I know we're fucking stupid, and I know we're wrong in most of what we're saying, but still, we need your guys' input, and please let us know what you think.
Yeah, yeah. Please do. And let me just remind everybody that a lot of the stuff that we bring on the show, a lot of the props, you may not be able to see them. I'm holding up one of those old 90s phones, by the way. If you want to see these things, make sure you check us out on YouTube because it's a lot more interactive. Make sure you check us out on Instagram as well. We're actually going to do a eavesdropping lesson. Yeah,
Tutorial?
a tutorial on eavesdropping, and that's going to be only available on our Instagram.
Yeah.
If you want to check out our Instagram, go to @thehalfhour, and you can find us on YouTube with just the half hour. So we'll be there, and you can watch the whole thing. Anything else?
Meme of the week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh, by the way, if you want to see the meme of the week, you're gonna have to go to Instagram as well or YouTube because I can't describe it on audio.
you're being funneled into Instagram.
So check it out. This is my pick of the meme of the week.
Doctor. Yeah. The X-ray's safe. Also doctor. You don't know who that is, though, do you?
No. Who is that?
Okay, so that's Dr. Disrespect.
What the fuck?
Okay, he's a gamer.
Okay.
And he's a streamer, a streaming
Okay.
gamer. But
Cool.
yeah.
We'll tag him on Instagram. If you
Yeah.
want to see, in order to see our memes of the week, you need to go to our Instagram and we'll publish them there. So
Yeah. And the one I have is this one.
let me see that. Awesome. Did you ever use that excuse? By the way, when you were younger,
No.
yeah, like who?
It was just
Did
too
anybody,
cliche. I
like,
don't know.
Would you use it as a joke though?
It might be so funny and so
Like so stupid that
So-
they'd be like, you know
yeah,
what?
whatever.
I'll give it to you. You know.
I guess.
Again, thank you for joining us. If you want to see more of this, always go to our Instagram page. If you like this, please subscribe. Leave us your comments. And yeah, again, the episode from last week, the audio glitch has been fixed. So go on YouTube and or Spotify, and you will be able to see the new version or hear it.
The half hour. What? No?
I think we're good.
Yeah,
Are we
let's
good?
go.
Okay,
Yeah, we're
well,
good.
Original music. We haven't cut the music yet.
Oh, I'm
no,
sorry.
we're still. So thank you for watching. We'll catch you next week every Thursday. And you want to say anything else?
No. Have a good one, I guess.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.